My name's Terry Whitty. I'm from Sydney, Australia, and my company's name is FABDENT, and we're a full-service dental laboratory. We're a supply company, plus we're educators. I'm actually a dental journalist as well. I have about 250 articles published all over the world, and I've been doing that for the last 35 years, so I've got a bit of experience there. How's that? In 1988, which is a very good year to start, my company was actually established on the 8th of the 8th, 1988, which is very lucky in Chinese, I believe, the number 8. And I started off as a one-person dental laboratory and gradually built up over the years to take on lots of different types of technologies. A lot of technologies we did first. We took on lasers first, and then we did scanning, and then 3D printing. We've been doing 3D printing for about 17 years, which is quite a long time in dental. And then we've embraced all the different facets of dental technologies, and pretty well much been out in the front, digging away there at the coalface, and being an innovator. And I think that's probably what is so good about FABDENT, is that we've been quite innovative in what we do. Well, it's a really interesting relationship how it started. I was working with a company called Maestro 3D in Italy, and I know the two owners very well. And then they said, we're going to have a collaboration with a company called Shining 3D, which I did know of, but I wasn't doing any work with. And I said to them, so do you mind if I investigate being a dealer with Shining 3D? And they said, sure, why not? We're having a collaboration, so it makes sense that you do too. So we started looking at the lab scanners and the DSEX series of lab scanners, and we got some of those, and then we started selling them, and they started to sell very, very well, and we thought, wow, this is really good. And then I went to Vietnam, and I was in Hanoi, and just before the release of the Oral Scan 2, and we started to sell that, and that sold quite well too. And here we are today in 2023, and we've got 3D printers, we've got facial scanners, we've got the fabulous wireless scanner. So what else can I tell you? It's just been a really, really good roller coaster ride for us to be involved with Shining 3D. Well, I'll have to be honest here. I work with various companies, and we're an agent for various companies, and I'll be honest with you that I think Shining 3D has the best customer service. They're prompt, they come if I have any problems, which is incredibly rare, by the way, and I tell this to my customers. I say, I honestly don't have many problems at all with the products. And the customer service is actually second to none. I think they actually supply the best customer service. I'm not just saying that, because I do work with other companies as well who have good customer service, but it's not as good as Shining 3D. And what I really like about Shining 3D is they're always trying to improve it, which is what we're trying to do. We're just trying to make things better for everybody. I think a lot of people talk about, especially dentists, will talk about their most difficult cases, which aren't necessarily the best ones. Often when I see dentists or other people writing about cases, they'll discuss, oh, I've done this, nice case of 6 anterior teeth. But I was with one of my customers who bought an Oral Scan 3 and had an incredibly difficult lower 7 to do a margin on, and the patient was very difficult. There was a lot of bleeding, and we really couldn't get the whole scan. So what I suggested was, I said, look, get the patient to come back tomorrow, and we will just scan that area, and then I can use ExaCAD to merge the scans together. So we did that. The patient came back. We only scanned that area, the margin of the area. We got ExaCAD. We merged them together. We made a zirconia crown for that patient, and that fit so well, which actually goes to show how good the products are. I need about 3 days to talk about this because intraoral scanning is, and I've talked about this on many occasions, it's a revolution. You know, doing traditional impressions is just old school. You can do everything now that you need to do with an intraoral scanner, and the Shiny 3D Oral Scan 3 is an amazing scanner. The wireless one is even more amazing. So a dentist can, and even dental prosthetists, which we call them in Australia, are denturists in Canada, they can do everything with intraoral scanners now. Even full arch cases, you can do that. So everything from a single crown to an all-on X you can do with your intraoral scanner, as long as you actually follow the rules that you need to do. And if you do that, you will get really good results. I think that I can only talk about my Australia. I think there's probably about a 40 to 50% uptake of intraoral scanning in Australia. I know that in our laboratory, we have about 90% of our customers sending intraoral scans, which is fabulous. At the end of this year, we won't accept traditional impressions anymore. That's going to be a cut-off. So 2024 is going to be an interesting year. No one will be able to send traditional impressions. But we can offer them a solution, which is going to be a fabulous solution. So the trend will be digital, fully digital workflows. You're going to see some dentists doing 3D printing in their offices. So it'll be a scanner direct to 3D print, and I think that's a great idea. I think that's going to give people really good choices. So, for example, hybrid ceramics will be printed hybrid ceramics. Is going to be a great solution rather than maybe direct filling. And then you'll see the rise of other digital technologies that will come and take over, which will be really interesting. And we'd love to see things like, you know, instant full mouth scanning. I think that would be great. Sure, I'm just very excited about digital dentistry, and you can see that, you know, you can see that with me. I just think that the next thing that we're working on, and I can tell you this, is digital dentures and large scale production of digital dentures. So that's something that's really interesting, and why I'm passionate about that is because I think some of the lower socioeconomic groups can really benefit well from doing large-scale manufacture of removable digital dentures, and I think that's really exciting. It's something that, you know, we'll see within the next 3 to 5 years. The first thing you have to do is think digital. That is what you have to do in dentistry now. You have to think digital. You've got to work on that. If you're a young dentist, you have to go and have a look at what's out there, and yes, you cannot go wrong with buying Shiny 3D products. They have the whole gamut. If you're not using an intraoral scanner, you're left behind. It's just simple as that. So if you're just beginning, get into digital. If you're working and you're still thinking maybe you should jump into digital, you should do it straight away because it will change your life.